Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our entitled people. In today's episode, my wife is a thug. Can I have a couple chocolates? I think I just dealt with a Karen. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. My wife is a thug. My wife and I are senior citizens. In other words, we are old. My dear wife, DF, is a strong, independent, take no sh*t from anyone type of woman. I adore her for it. She keeps me in line, pushes me to be a better man, and is the reason behind my modest success in life. She is sarcastic, is wicked smart, can cuss like a sailor, and as she gets older, her filter is practically non-existent. A few months ago, we decided to treat ourselves. We made reservations and went to a rather high-end restaurant. They had a maitre d', sommeliers, highly trained waitstaff, etc. My wife, even though she is in her 70s, has very little gray hair and can pass for 55. She was wearing a very pretty white, lacy blouse, very flattering black pants, and black flats. She looked good. When we arrived, there was no line, surprisingly, and the maitre d' had apparently stepped away from the podium where he stands. We were waiting there, and my wife was right next to the podium, and I had sat down at one of the benches provided by the entrance when another couple came in. Without missing a beat, the man walked up to the podium and told my wife, Rockefeller, not the name he used, "We have reservations for two." My wife said that she was sure someone would be with them shortly. The woman huffed a little and the man said, "Please seat us now." My wife told them that she is waiting to be seated, but the man said again, "Seat us now." So my wife said, "Right away, walk this way." She walked away with them behind her as she walked around the partition separating the entrance to the dining area, circled around to the other end, and led them back to the entrance and, pointing to the bench, said, "Sit down." The man looked like he was going to blow a gasket, and my wife repeated, "I don't work here, you moron. You wanted me to seat you, so sit the F down." As the couple were sputtering, and before it could escalate future, the maitre d' arrived. We gave our name, and he led us away. There was no yelling and no threats of police. We had a wonderful meal, overpriced but, oh well, and the other couple was several tables away from us. We didn't interact again with them, but they did shoot us dirty looks now and then. Now, before you say my wife overreacted and could have explained that she didn't work there in a better way, she has a wicked sense of humor and hates idiots. She loves being smart and is so good at it. One of the reasons that I, after being with her all these years, still love being put in my place by her when I start getting a little too misogynistic. I adore your wife and the love you have for her. Came here to say this. Your wife is my role model. I hope to be this badass when I'm her age. Can I have a couple chocolates? I went to the doctor today. A lady in the waiting room has a fussy child and asked the receptionist for a lollipop. She goes up to the counter and sees the basket full of Valentine's candy. "Oh, can I have a couple chocolates?" The receptionist kindly holds the basket up. This lady takes a handful and more than half of the basket with her claw-like fingernails. Dozens of chocolates. Jams that into her hoodie pocket. The receptionist was just dazed at the audacity. "You took a dang handful, not just a couple." Lady sits down and doesn't even say thanks. That kid is still fussy, and now Baby Shark lives in my brain for the rest of the day. And that's why the secretary at my doctor picks one and gives it out. You don't get to reach into candy basket yourself anymore. Sarah said they went through an entire bag of Sam's Club bag of candy in a single day when they let people help themselves. I talked to the receptionist on the way out. She told me this lady had already taken several lollipops before this encounter. Rude on another level. I put out cookies for the neighbors or anyone who walks by. A little sign says to please take a treat. People stop by and take a cookie. Sometimes, not too often. Someone will take all of them. Some people are incapable of understanding the concept of. Someone said it perfectly. Two kinds of people out there. One will take only what they need so there's enough for everyone. The other will take more than they need to make sure they have enough. On the opposite side of things is the unknown child who, when my help yourself bowl of Halloween candy was empty, left me a couple of pieces of their candy. There is hope for the future despite people like this woman. I think I just dealt with a Karen. I tutor online, and tonight I had this teenager I was going to help in statistics. The first person I talk to is the mother. This doesn't usually happen for older kids, and by older, I mean like maybe 11 and up. Usually, the parent is not involved at all. Anyway, I was trying to explain to her how to calculate the skew of a data set. It was a stem graph to be specific. The first person I talk to is the mother. This doesn't usually happen for older kids, and by older, I mean like maybe 11 and up. Usually, the parent is not involved at all. The first thing I do is ask her questions about what was her thought process behind the question. I usually do this to gauge where the students are at to figure out what they know and what they don't. I could then hear her voice already starting to question me. "Kay, do you know statistics?" Me: "Ma'am, yes I do. I have a master's in mathematics with a specialty in statistics." "Kay, I don't think you know what you are doing. We're going to drop and find someone else." Me: "We are going over how to calculate a skew. I can help her with this." Once again, before we even get through half the problem, she saw it had been almost 30 minutes and I still had not helped her child fast enough. She saw that we haven't even gotten through one problem, having her take the problem step by step. Mom butts in. "Kay, I don't see you making much progress. I don't think you know what you are doing. We are going to drop." Me: "All right. That is fine. Since you don't think I helped you, I'm not going to charge you." "Kay, thank you." Yep, screw that. I charged her for the pain and suffering of what I went through with that. I might be an asshole for that. The next student I got was a sweet middle schooler who needed help with slope. He came alone. I was able to help him with his homework. Sometimes it just takes time, Karen. It might take me longer than 5 minutes to fix your student's problem if she doesn't know what she is doing. People read tutor, they understand homework resolver. They are never right. I'm not doing your homework for you. Might want to edit this so things aren't repeated a few times. Yup, classic Karen. If it doesn't happen the moment she says, it's not good enough. Now, she's someone else's problem. Feel bad for that kid though. Did you repeat the first 2 paragraphs when you tried to explain the problem? Mom didn't want to get charged for having a kid that doesn't get it, so she blamed you. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next video.